Hello there. So today I wanted to work on Pigeon Pose a little bit more with you, and I have another video that I did Pigeon Pose with a lot of props, but today I want to show you how to do Pigeon Pose without any props, so you can even do this one without a mat. So all we'll do is we'll start in our hands and knees, and we'll find from our hands and knees, I'm going to make sure to give myself a little bit of space up here. So kind of give yourself at least almost a foot's distance from the top part of your mat. And then start to bring your right knee forward. Start to shift your ankle over towards the left side. Curl the back toe under to shift the back knee back. And that top of the foot and back knee are going to be down. So we want to make sure that they're nice and planted. And then just to make sure that I've got a good position here, I tip my fingers and kind of walk my hands towards me just to make sure I'm in a really good spot. And then bring your right fingertips over so that you're bringing yourself a little bit more, directing your body, your torso over towards the left side. Then from here, we'll start to walk our hands just slowly forward. There's no rush, so take your time to get there until you can come down to forearms. And you can interlace the fingers here if you'd like. And just start here with being real strong. So we kind of ground into our hands and into our forearms and elbows and even into our shoulders. Then continue that with knees and legs. So this is a variation where we're a little stronger. So you notice just by getting strong in your pose, supporting your body, how you get a different type of stretch into your hips. And this might be the stretch that you're needing or lacking in your practice. So just checking in here. And again, I can even shift a little bit more over here if that's a lot more comfortable for you. We want to make sure that you can breathe. That's so important. And from here, just so that we can cover all of our bases here, let's relax the hands and arms a little bit. And then you can shift your hips. Pretty big movements from side to side. So this is a little hard on my back knee. So if you need to tuck something like a dishcloth or something underneath of there, just for a little added support, that might be helpful here. But other than that, you can find just what feels good here. And sometimes I'll find just the right place. So I do a lot of walking in hills. So right here is where I need to find a little bit more in the glutes here. So just find what works for you, and again, you can kind of find as much as you'd like. So even adjust how you're positioned here if this feels good. Give yourself space to create that stretch that you need, and everybody's different. We all do such different things with our bodies. Sitting, exercising, standing, we're just shaped so differently. This pose cannot be uniform for everyone. So find one more breath wherever you are in your pose. And then we'll slowly walk our hands closer towards us. Go ahead, shift the right hand a little bit more over to the side like we're having those table hands that we started with. And then curl your back toe under to shift your back knee forward. Shift your right ankle back, and we'll find a little child's pose. So knees can be as wide as you'd like. Settle in, forehead rests down. Slowly start to come up nice and slow. When you're back up here, your table, I'm going to give myself a little bit more space, so I'm going to stay on my mat a little bit more this time. Then when you're ready, left knee starts to shift up behind your left hand, your left palm. Then curl your back toe under to inch your back knee back. And this is my troublesome side, so I'm always a little bit more cautious and aware of this side for me. And I just walk my fingertips up again closer towards me just to make sure I'm in a good position. So the top of your foot is facing down, your back knee is facing down towards the floor here, your mat. And you can even find a little bit of wiggle room here if needed. And when you're ready, start to bring yourself down to forearms over here towards the right side. So make all that space that you need here in your pose. And again, we're going to start first with that active variation. If you can remember, interlace your fingers with the opposite hand on top, so that opposite pinky down, and then start to activate into the hand. So kind of squeeze that fist a little bit, kind of pressing the palms together, then real strong into the forearms and shoulders, and then the legs and the toes even. So we're real active here in this little variation. So we're nice and strong and active, and you may just notice you're getting a different type of stretch. And this might be the stretch you need, and it may not be. Just bear with me, we'll get the other one too. One more breath here. And then you can start to soften a little bit. So you can start to relax, and then you just kind of let the body be heavy and then find some movement that suits your needs. So maybe kind of that rolling from side to side. If this pose at any time starts to get too much for you, feel free to come out of your pose and come back in when you're ready, and maybe you're just all done for today, and that's okay. During our prenatal yoga, we're always trying to just find what feels good, and when it no longer feels good, I encourage you not to do it any longer. Not everything is going to feel good day to day, week to week. Something that felt good yesterday may not feel good today. If you have chronic pain, maybe talk to your doctor, see if there's something more going on. If you have real bad pain, especially into hips, and if these kind of poses aren't giving you the benefit you need, not giving you the relief that you need, then maybe it's time to seek some help. And that can be in the form of a pelvic floor physical therapist. Sometimes it can be just some massage work. It just depends on what your doctor thinks is right for you. But if this is feeling good and this feels like enough, I encourage it. And we'll unravel our fingers. We'll use our hands for support to make our way up. So fingertips tinted, and keep ourselves ready, hands for support. So I'm going to bring my hands flat because I get more support that way. Curl the back toe under to shift your back knee forward. Then start to shift your left knee back. Find your child's pose. And you can widen the knees as much as you'd like. Make space for baby here. Really fold down. And really let the forehead be heavy here. Let your arms be heavy. Slowly start to inch your elbows, your hands back in towards you. We'll find our way onto our sits bones again. And bring your feet flat in front of you, knees bent, hands for support. So I usually do this one after our pigeon pose just because it kind of helps us reset the hips. That child's pose does the same thing, but this one just gets a little bit more and it adds a little twist. If you kind of feel like you're shifting down your mat, adjust your hands. And we'll just find a nice comfortable seat. And we'll just check in. Maybe this seated position feels really good from the one that you started with. And maybe bring your hands to your belly. And maybe just noticing how you feel. And thanking yourself for taking this time out of your day to nourish your body. And sending your baby love and acceptance. We will accept you just as you are whenever you're ready. So thank you very much for joining me with our pigeon pose today. I hope it helps you. Thank you.